But again, you know, we're going to be delivered from our sorrow, as the scripture had just said. Everybody ain't in sorrow. Again, we're dealing with salvation. Everybody on this earth don't need salvation. Everybody in this earth is not going through great sorrow. The Black, Hispanic, and Native American man going through the most sorrow, period, on planet Earth. We the one who need that.
Another thing is, man, the scripture just said, man, from not fear, man. As we just said, you know, earlier, man, fucking so-called white man ain't that fear. All right. Even though the so-called white man is ruling over the Asian man, you know, some of the Arabs, these fucking Hamites, they not walking around here in fear, man. If they was walking around in here, if they was fearful of America, they wouldn't be coming the fuck over here.
That's right. This is the first place they want to come.
That's right. They're not in fear. They come over here, and then they have no more fear. They believe that the so-called white man is a savior. If they walking around the fucking jungle over there in fucking Ghana or somewhere, now they fearful because it's supposed to be all type of wars and shit going over there. They come over here, man. They living it up. Everything's good. Everything's rad.
Shit, what happened when they go over there? Who's the white man go over there? Get destruction. Shit.
Now they back in fear. So when you can come to the white man and it's good. When the white man go over there, then it's wrong. Then they in fear. But they believe but even then, a lot of them cleave into the so-called white man even more and believe that they savior because the Americans came and helped us. They gave us democracy.
The Uncle Tom.
Yeah, man.
Of different nations. Because
you got some dudes. What was that? Gaddafi's people. Was it Gaddafi's people? That was like, we don't mind. We like having a dictator. We like it. Telling us what we need to do.
They love it, man.
We ain't got no problem with it, man.
Gaddafi was a tremendous leader, man.
That's right. But then
far more tremendous than any cracker ever was.
But then what do we say, man? We say so-called white man covers the face of understanding because only thing that they pollute structure and order, man. Once they put that out in the world, people see that shit, and then
they like you have
that's right. You have a natural ability to want to be wicked, man, and to not be obedient, to be disobedient.
I watched this shit on MTV. Right? You had this dude talk about, I think it might even have been an NFL player, or somebody had basically went over there to Iraq, going back to early, like 2003 when it all had happened, or 2003. And basically they was talking to this Iraqi dude, and he said, the other day I had an opinion about something, and my wife disagreed with it. That's never happened. With Saddam, that'll never happen. You see what I'm saying? But now that we've been liberated, I can have an opinion. My wife can disagree with it. Like is that a good thing?
Not at all.
That's a good thing for your wife to disagree with your opinion? So-called black man wife been disagreeing with him for a long time. The word hell.
Man, hey, a long fucking time. And guess what? It's only gonna get worse.
It only gets worse. You might have liked it the first time, you silly ass Ishmaelite, but it's gonna get much worse, okay?
It starts to get worse, man. After a while, they really start to want to voice that opinion. It's one thing where, it starts off where your wife is like, I hear you, babe, but I can't say I agree. Then it gets to where she's like, I hear you, babe, I don't agree, but this is how I feel. Then it goes to say, I hear you, babe, I don't agree, this is how I feel, and you're wrong.
Now?
Then it's just, babe, fuck what you talking about. I don't want to hear that shit, alright? That's bullshit because so-and-so said this, alright? Now, if you go to this book, if you read up on the Egyptologists, alright, and the Bartholin gang, I don't need you, okay? I don't need you. I produce my own semen. Show me where that's happening.
Having a baby by
Show me where that's happening.
That's when they get out of control. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this brother's talking about when he's talking about they covering the face of understanding, and they just perpetuating that wickedness, that wicked vibration. That didn't need to happen.
If one bitch could sit here and have a baby by the Bartholin land by herself, wouldn't that be the biggest motherfucking shit that happened in America?
That'd be reported. If the white man, if that could have happened, the so-called white man would have immortalized that bitch.
Exactly.
He wished some shit like that'll happen. That'd be the greatest thing a white man ever heard. Because he's a fact.
I say that'd be the greatest.
And everybody believes this shit, but you can't prove that nowhere.
Well, not everybody don't believe it. Really, that's a Nawubian teaching. Egyptology niggas don't even believe in that shit.
And see, look, we ain't even heard Polite say shit about it after debate. I ain't heard shit about no damn Bartholing land.
Because it's so retarded that a nigga not even gonna try to really substantiate
The Bartholing gland and bitch, shut up. See, that's an opinion of a woman right there. And then the brother said it too. I shouldn't even be speaking to your woman, man. In the presence, like if you hear, why the fuck am I sitting there speaking to your woman?
And Polite set the whole thing up. He told his woman what to say. She went in there. He thought he was gonna have his woman cuss somebody. That shit blew up in his face. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is a fearful power, man.
That's right.
That's right.
He got shit blow up in your face.
That is right.
Go ahead.
It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the horror.
Rest. The Lord's gonna give us rest. Does white man need rest?
Right, man. That's any nation right now need rest.
Save us. We don't need no fucking rest.
That's right, man.
You cooling. You chilling, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
We the only ones that's operating, man, that's around, man, that ain't even, in our own land.
That's right. You don't even want us to know what you got us guessing of where our land is at.
That's right.
And then you tell us we from Africa. You give us that bullshit lie. Well, there's a bunch of people in Africa, and that whole land is claimed up.
It's a bunch of motherfuckers in Africa.
So I don't think that's my shit.
Bro, it's funny too, man. I was sitting there, I was talking to my pops the other day about the word nigga. Right? I'm going into the word nigga. And the definition that they give you, the word nigga derives from is synonymous or is attached to the descendants of sub-Saharan Africa.
Niger.
Yeah, because the Niger River.
But they say that these are the descendants of them. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm like, how the fuck don't y'all get sub-Saharan Africa, man? Is the Middle East Israel, man? Israel
No.
that happens to land.
Sub-Saharan Africa is West Africa.
I thought the sub-Saharan Africa was that. What is
No,
that up top? Okay, I understand.
Up top is North Africa. The Sahara. Sub-Sahara is what's under the Sahara.
The Sahara of Africa.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, hold up, the sub-Saharan Africa. What the fuck?
Yeah, nah. Sub-Saharan Africa is West Africa.
God. All right, it's a lot. That was my brain fart. But even then, we are
a lot
of us in West Africa. But you know what I mean.
You got some Hamites over there, like the dude that came up to the elders from synagogue, right? Straight up Hamite. But he was from West Africa, but he was a straight up Hamite, and he said it, man. He said, I'm better than y'all. I'm not a slave like y'all. Y'all are a slave. Y'all are beneath me. I said, a dude, a Hamite, came up to the elders camp and said that shit. He said, I'm better. He said, I'm not you. He said, I'm not a slave. He said, I'm African. I'm not a slave.
Who was this?
This was last week or the week before.
See this, like I said, man, this truth is really coming out, though, man.
And then look, so the elders is laughing, saying, thank you so much for coming up here and saying this, so we can tell these silly, stupid, Afrocentric niggas, look how this motherfucker, how he laughed about your half millennia of slavery that you served, but you want to be him so goddamn bad. You are envying your oppressor still, even though it's not the white man. You still envying your oppressor in the form of the Hamite. But the whole thing is too. So then Argo, he said, you ever heard of the Black Consciousness Movement? He said, the black what? Like, that's a fuck. Them people in Africa don't give a fuck about what none of you niggas is talking about. And they say, you ever heard of Sarah Sutton said he polite? He said, why the fuck should I know about whoever the hell that is?
It's funny, man, because it really shows how they look at you, man. It really shows how they look at you.
Man, you niggas are a joke to the real Africans, man.
It really shows how they look at you and how they look at us as being hella dumb because we went in, supposedly went into slavery and we're a part of them. You know what I mean? And guess what? Even if they do feel like we the same people, they feel like they better than us because they didn't have to go into slavery. Oh, see, y'all trying to get back over here. Remember what the nigga in Mary said? I'm a real nigga.
Yeah. Which you're not a real nigga.
I'm a real nigga. I'm from Africa. I'm a real nigga.
Not no real nigga.
You ain't never been called nigga, man. Talking about
a real nigga till you get called nigga, man.
Fuck, man.
All you Africans get called Africans.
Africans.
You are
You's a Mali. All right. You's a Mali. But that's how they look at us, man. Even if they do feel like, because like I said, the dude that said that, he do feel like, all black is one, or black people in America are originally from Africa or Africans, but he's like, oh, I'm a real nigga because I'm from Africa.
Yeah,
y'all
he's still
just trying
down on
to,
it,
y'all just trying to get back to where we, where I'm actually from.
And really, who do they want to be? Them particular niggas we talking about. They want to be Edomite. They was inspired to be the white man.
Yeah.
But they talking about their real niggas. So in doing that, they still is looking down on us. Because ultimately, we not the same motherfucker as that. First off, just looking at them niggas, if you were to see these niggas we talking about, these two faggot Hamite brothers we talking about, ain't no way you gonna believe we the same as that motherfucker. What, just because his skin is black, he the same? I'll get to show you a black ass Elamite, you the same as that motherfucker? I'll show you a black ass Cambodian, man. You the same as that motherfucker? No! You see what I'm saying? That whole mindset is so it's so childlike, man. You niggas is kids, man. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 5. It says, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Verse 4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased?
How has the oppressor ceased? How has this place been taken down, man? Because America is going to go down. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
That's right, the scepter of the rulers, man. That's what we was reading earlier when it said the mouth of all the kings of the earth shall be shut at when Yahweh Shai comes back. The Lord is gonna break all that shit down, man. They're gonna be fucking each other up. And here come Yahweh Shai and the angels being elect, fucking their ass up. Go ahead.
Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hinder it.
That's right, it's persecuted and none hinder it. Meaning the so-called white man who done whipped and raped, robbed, and murdered the entire planet Earth. He gonna get his punishment and his just due for it. And ain't nobody gonna be able to stop that. Go ahead.
Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
That's right.
They break forth into singing.
The whole earth is not going to be at rest and quiet until the so-called white man is taken down, because he's the one that's troubled the entire planet Earth. Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 8, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Exactly. No feller has come up against us. Right, go ahead.
Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Exactly, meaning the earth itself is anxious for the so-called white man to get brought down.
She's over here look like she's sad about what she's seen. You feel me? She's seen Caesar with the orange and it fucked her up.
Yeah, get it.
She's seen Caesar with the orange.
Who's that? Who, the lady there?
That's the baby.
What happened?
She's seen that picture.
See, this is the whole thing, man. Our people are
And
so
they probably not
sick.
going to explain it to her either, man.
Hold that. Give me that in Hosea, man.
It's real.
Since
It's always in the kids too. They're gonna have that reaction, you know.
I mean, that's probably a damn Edomite herself, man. Alright.
They could be white. Yeah, they might be
They
white.
are always a fucking Edomite. No. I'm saying they Hispanic, but they probably go back to some fucking Spaniard dude, man.
Or German.
You see what I'm saying? She gonna fucking cry at her Lord right there. She don't know nothing. She too young to even know nothing
Jesus
about it.
Christ. Oh, they say Jesus Christ, huh? Jesus Christ right here. This is their crazy, right?
That's what they believe in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's right.
They don't know a goddamn thing. That's why she over there crying her eyes out, because she see this faggot demonized. This was a child molester. This was somebody who had sex with his own sister, a straight up pedophile, just wicked person, man.
Thank you.
In every aspect of his life, he was wicked. But you gonna cry because he got horns on him. This is the devil. Jesus Christ ain't looking nothing like this, and Jesus Christ didn't have the same character as this faggot who they made to betray.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Caesar that.
Yeah, this demon. This is the devil, man. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject
So the
thee.
Lord is gonna reject them people, man. If they be Israelites today, if they Hispanics, man, that are actually Israelites, guess what? The Lord is gonna reject their ass, man. Okay? Because they done raised that little girl. They have raised that little girl to believe that that's Jesus, just how they was raised.
They got
And
him
that's
up
why
in
the Lord
that
said our people are
Catholic
destroyed
church.
from that lack of knowledge, from not knowing any damn thing.
Right.
They got a Bible sitting in their house. Why don't they open the motherfucker?
Yeah.
That's the question. Open it.
They got
You
that,
don't know
but they
nothing about
got Mary
Yeah, they got married, they got Sicarii, they got some white lady up in their house, they got some little white baby up in their house, when that ain't nowhere in the scriptures, okay? Y'all claim to be believing in God, you got a Bible in your house, open it, man. All you got to do is open it. The truth is right there, right? Go ahead. We'll go back to where we was at.
My bad, slide.
It's all good, bro. That was edification, man. That's ridiculous. You got this little girl crying. You got the little girl crying because we call a spade a spade. Now they crying. Right? That's crazy.
I'm talking about Jesus Christ. Born Jesus Christ.
Now they probably went to the Catholic church earlier.
Adios, medios.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
It says, verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
That's right.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
And yeah, the earth, again, the earth can't wait for the white man to go down. The earth can't
You
wait.
know what I'm talking about?
You
Real
know what I'm
talk.
saying?
Hey, brother, I'm so happy to see y'all brothers right here. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay,
man.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I come out here from Palm Springs, you know, but you know what I'm saying? The vibration that I've been getting out here is just so awful, man. You know, the brothers out here in the money and all this type flex and stuff, but you rarely see somebody just standing out here with the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go downtown 5 Points, Atlanta, you got this going on.
Yeah, brothers
Up
up
in
there.
Oakland, you got this going on.
Yeah.
Out in New York, you got it going on. So I really appreciate you brothers taking the sacrifice and the time to really just stand out here and deal on something that's real, man. Because everything else out here in this world is just like, it's a lot of vanity that's going on. It's a lot of ego that's running rampant, and the beast know that his time is short. You know what I'm saying? So he want to really try. What they hate to do is to see us come together.
Oh yeah.
That's what they hate to do. Because the devil, the white man, they, like you say, they know their time's short.
Yeah, that's right.
And they feel it because everybody, it's a melanated world out here.
Yeah, that's right.
So whether you go to Caribbean, Africa, Brasilia, anywhere that you go, you got black people,
Yeah,
majority of black people. And the white man sitting back like, oh shit, how can we stop these? You know what I'm saying? It's a circle right here, and they want to push us out the circle and just say, yo, extinct them out of the way. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they playing the Rockefellers and the Rothschild had a plan to try to sort of, okay, well, we're going to do this population control.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We was talking about that
We want to
last
spray chemtrails, and we want to create genetic modified foods and organisms, and so we have these people on there, pharmaceuticals, so we can kill them off. You know, and keep us separated, man. So that's what's been really going on, man. That's a lot of oppression right now, man. You know, I'm a Rasta, man. I chant Naga Bini, but I'm with the Israels. I'm down in Atlanta. We got the community soul vegetarian.
Okay,
You know,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know?
That's what Chris Rock and them brother, right?
Nah.
Tony Rock.
Tony Rock.
Tony Rock.
Well, yeah, because I know they got a restaurant down there. I know they got and they got a church down there. I think it's called like VOCC or something. Yeah, all Chris Rock brothers is Israelites.
Yeah, they got it. They got one. They got one in Israel. They got one. I think they got one in Chicago, and they have soul.
Oh, that might be a Ben Ami,
in
right?
Atlanta. Ben Ami.
Yeah, Ben Ami daughter. Yeah, that's.
But then they got the Malachi York.
Okay,
Dr.
yeah.
Malachi. You know what I'm saying? He's in jail.
Yeah.
But out in Edison, Georgia, he went out there.
Yeah,
and he tried to
built cabaret,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did his thing, and then they came down on him.
They
You know what I'm
came and got him,
saying? Even A-Trap Brown in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A-Trap Brown was in the Muslim community, and I was right there. I was at a meeting, so you know what I'm saying? I was right there at a meeting when these people was actually like, I seen it. I'm sitting over here at a meeting just like me and you gathering right now. The next thing I know, I hear somebody shooting. Pow, 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 pow. We go over there. Next thing you know, the whole police come around. And then they try to say this man done shot somebody. This was A-Trap Brown. Now he in jail. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, anytime they see us coming together, what's gonna happen is somebody gonna go to jail. Whoever leader, he gonna go to jail. He gonna die.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what they try to do.
Guaranteed.
That's what they try to do.
That's how they get down, man.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, it's gonna come a time where what we're gonna see is we're gonna see a lot of leaders.
Yeah.
You can't kill everybody, right?
You can't.
See what I'm saying?
Now we rise up, my mighty people, like Marcus Garvey say.
That's right.
Right.
People ain't got no power, they ain't got any religion, they try to impress. You know, it's like Hollywood want to try to impress. They thoughts upon the children out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Jewish people, you got we got the original Jews, which is Black Beta Israel, Philosophians from Ethiopia.
We got them people that's claiming you know,
Jews that's not Jews, but are the synagogue
of Satan
that run the Zionists and so on, so the elders of Zion and the protocols that run Hollywood, and they sit out here and project their television, they project their movies and everything on everybody and create this illusion and put out this media, all this propaganda that the people talking about. So this is really crazy, man. You know, and target black people, man. You know, really target us out. You know, and really like right now, like I said, it's a lot of chaos going on. And
even then, though, man, brothers need to get on one. These brothers need to get on one accord, man, according to the truth.
They don't want.
There's one thing about, you know, all coming together, but if you come together, we gotta come together on one accord, man.
Yeah.
And we gotta weed out the things that the white man has pushed on us and let that stuff go.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of stuff that people hold on to and try to make it just, oh well, as long as everybody come together,
Yeah.
they still infiltrate you. You know, they're still
That's
amongst
what
it.
they do.
You know,
That's what they do. They continue to do that, man. They try to keep us locked down, tapping in the cell phone, doing all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To fight against the righteous. While they exalt the homosexuals and the crackers.
Yeah, that's right.
They fight against
This faggot right here.
this faggot right here. This faggot homosexual. I was living down in Palm Springs, man. Check this issue. I'm living down in Palm Springs and I got a place and I'm trying to establish my business there in Palm Springs. And what happened was I had the police come to my house. The police came in my house with no warrant, took me to jail. And when I got out of jail, I tried to come back to the house. They said we got a restraining order on you. You can't even come in your house. They took every fucking thing I had, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I got books, I got a bookstore. I used to run a restaurant and everything. They took everything that I had. And these is like, the neighbors is actually homosexual. They two faggot guys. When I went to court, I asked them, what about my property? They said, this ain't about your property. They said you made a threat to them. You know what I'm saying? They said you made a threat to them. So they put a restraining order on me. You know what I'm saying? So they took everything that I had. That's like Jesuits, man. That's like Knights Templars. You come into a brother's kingdom, you come into his house and say, you take all his books and everything from him. So I gotta go back to court to deal with them. But it's two homosexuals. I had the money for the rent and everything. The guy said, we don't want you here. We just don't want you here. The gay community.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's that gay community.
oh, like it wasn't even your landlord; it was just neighbors.
No, it was a landlord, but I subleased it from somebody else.
Okay.
And then the guy moved out, so I took over the place. But then when it was time for me to pay my rent, then these guys come and say, look, man, we ain't really with this here. We don't really want you, you know what I'm saying? We don't really want you here. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you in our community.
Yeah, you're
So
straight.
now-
You're
now-
straight.
So
you're
they
not
put
white.
me out on
They don't
yeah,
fight.
that's right. So they put me out on the streets, right? When they put me out on the streets, when the peoples put me out on the streets, then they motherfucker gave me a food stamp card and told me to say, here go the number to the homeless shelter. I said, bro, I don't own the raw food restaurant. I don't own the shopping back here. I don't own the music studio. I got all this stuff, all these books, and you gonna tell me, say, here go a number to a homeless shelter? What I'm gonna go do next? Smoke a rock and just give up and be on the streets homeless?
Yeah, that's the idea.
But see, but what they think is, they thought, say, I wasn't gonna be able to like jump back. They thought, say, okay, well, he just gonna leave. He gonna be discouraged. He not gonna have the money. He got a little food stamp card, and he not gonna have the money to actually go have a lawyer and come back and fight him. I took the little money I had. I came down here. I met a woman, so gathering up my resources and stuff. Got my lawyer. Now when I go back down there, you know what I'm saying, I can actually sue him and try to get my stuff back. You know what I'm saying, to get my business back on. You know what I'm saying? Because these people in my business too much out here, man. This world here, you know what I'm saying? It's chaotic. What's really going on right now? You know?
Right.
Yeah, man. You know, if like I said, if we had some unity and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I see these brothers down here at the club, you know, they smoking, they drinking, they got the Crip Bloods, they over there talking this rap stuff. And I was about to go up in there and son just told me, say, man, come down this way. Man, I come over here and see these brothers say, man, yeah, I really appreciated that. Snap me back into reality of what's really real, man, you know what I'm saying? Because there's homeless people out here, and they're trying to scorn us. They want to say, it's like a defamation. They want to say, okay, this brother here was about to make millions of dollars with his company, with his music. And there we go. He's on the street homeless with a food stamp card. Ah, look at it. But these is faggots. These is homosexuals. So who is y'all
Joel
with?
10:22. And see what they just did is they had took the world and they had turned it on the inside out.
Inside out.
Inside out.
That's crazy. Faggots can kick you out of their community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
What
they
the
shit.
fuck are you?
Because they have the most rights in this country.
But you can't kick a faggot at your own community.
Right.
And the Bible says you're supposed to kill them.
I told him, I say, that's what I say. I told him, I say, look, bro. I say, listen. I got pulled over. And police asked me, say, yo, what is you doing in this neighborhood? I say, man, I live in this neighborhood. And I told him, say, man, listen, get the fuck out of my business. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all up in my business like that. And I cussed him out because he put me in handcuffs and stuff. They took me to the mental hospital, gave me a shot injection against my will. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the mental hospital and tried to get me up for some pills. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I've been 20 years vegetarian, vegan, or raw foodist, man. I don't eat no, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat no meat. I haven't dealt with no flesh in 20 years, man. I'm straight, you know what I'm saying, holistic healing. And these people gonna try to keep me on some pharmaceuticals and put me up in a cage and give me an injection, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all kinds of violation that they've done, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of violations.
Especially up there at Palm Springs, bunch of crackers up there, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
had that gay white party.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I remember they used to have up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they used to, that's
They
what
do
they was
whatever
doing.
they want.
That's what they was doing. I mean, because my neighbor was like, yo, these men go outside, they want to swim out here naked and stuff. And it's just like, you move in, and then when they come out and see you, they like,
Look at you like you crazy.
they looking at you like, look at this guy. Because they like, you can't talk to him the way you want to talk to him. Because they know, say, look, man, I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
Don't talk to no, I'm not going to come up here and just and talk to I wouldn't disrespect neither one of y'all anyway.
Right.
I know what it is. I don't know you, but I know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, man, you don't test no blood. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And they like, we just don't want you here. And I'm like, hold on, look, it's a protocol that you have to do. You have to go and get an eviction notice. It was like, now, the eviction notice costs $1,000 to do. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to put no eviction notice out there. You know what I'm saying? They want to actually so-and-so,
Make it look like you was opposing the threat, so they get that restraining order.
Right, and when they got the restraining order, when I went to jail, when I went to the court, all they said is, within 24 hours, we need you to turn all your fire weapons in. So that was the whole issue. I should have told the police, when he said, what did you do in this neighborhood? I should have used the reverse psychology and been like, there ain't no drugs up here, it ain't no strip club hoes. What the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like, man, it ain't no hoes out here. What you looking at, man? God bless it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
there ain't no hoes out
looking
here.
hard as fuck, man.
Huh?
I said he was looking hard
That's
as
what I'm
fuck.
saying. That's what I'm talking about. They getting a little cocky right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
So they got the police?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They got the police and they're a little aggressive. But me, I mean, it's almost like I see them and it's like, man, I really want to do them something, man, because of the issue. But I say, you know what, man, I'm just going to go and take my time, step by step. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take my time, step by step, and work on it. Because I know other people would have said, man, listen, man, I just give up. I'll just leave my stuff and I can't afford to go and get it back.
What they say? Hey man, just leave him alone, man. You better play that game. If you don't play that game, man, they just gonna keep happening to you, man. And that's what's fucking our people up, man.
Nah, we can go back. I'm coming back with lawyers, man.
Our people taking too many L's, man, and just living with it. Like, all right, whatever, it's a law.
Yeah, it's okay.
Damn that. Damn all that, man. We gotta stick it to this devil each and every time we can.
Yeah.
And I understand you talking about, you feel like, you feel like you want to do something. We all feel like we want to do something. There's gonna come a time where something's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? It's inevitable. This devil, he feels so, like you said, he's cocky, man. He think he can do anything.
Right.
He getting ready to get humbled, man.
I had guns drawn on me a couple weeks ago, and a police officer opened the door, just pulled me out the car and got his ass split in the process.
The police?
Yeah.
For real? They draw the guns on you?
Drew guns down on me. Pulled me out the car,
It's
had the
dangerous
guns out
out
the
here,
window. I unlocked the door so we could get the process over with. He grabbed my arm, yanked me out the car. As I flying across the thing, throw his ass.
For real, man, but like they feel themselves, but read that real quick, Joel 10:20. Because this scripture, it's a beautiful scripture to sum up what's going on out here. 10:22.
Job chapter 10 verse 22. A land of darkness.
A land of darkness, right? Go ahead.
As darkness itself.
As this place is as black as the grave which you put the dirt on it, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
And of the shadow of death.
The shadow of death, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Without any order.
Without any order. That's why he says so much chaos. Ain't no order here because it's all chaos.
Yeah.
But see, that's these crackers because they so backwards.
Yeah.
That's their motto: order out of chaos. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And where the light is as darkness.
Where the light is dark. What we doing is the light, but it is regarded by these people as darkness.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The light is as darkness.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everything is backwards, upside down.
It is. Joe definitely is. You know.
Hey man, we was just going into Isaiah the 14th chapter, man.
But see, that's an issue right there, like you say, because there's a football player who was here and he got shot by the police here too. You know what I'm saying? That I was checking out up at
Oh yeah.
Who did?
What's that shit? I just heard about it.
the football player.
The one from Florida, the he was from San Diego?
Yeah, I think so. He got killed. They shot him.
What did they say?
The one they just let the police officer go for.
They let him go?
He was a college football player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Florida. I didn't know that happened in San Diego. But yeah, they just let him off for it.
For real.
Yeah. Yep. Let his ass
See,
off.
that's sacrifice, man.
Yeah, they sacrificing us.
Shit,
That's
that ain't
blood
sacrifice. That's just killing.
That's a murder.
That's just straight, you know, trying to extinct us, man. They trying to that's genocide, yeah.
That's that Zeltgeist shit.
Genocide.
Zeltgeist. That's that Zeltgeist. That's that overpopulation control. But you know what? It's like I say, brother, the whole world. When you look at it, man, like I say, wherever you wherever you at in the world, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? When you go down to Mexico, when you go to Puerto Rico, you go to Cuba, you go to Brazil, you got melanated people there. So it really, man, it's like they out of whack, man. So only thing they can do is try to keep our minds focused on basketball and football and the glam and glitter. Like, look at this nigga out here shooting the ball. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna give this motherfucker, he got all this money. He got all this money for shooting the ball. He play football and he make 20 million.
Yeah, a year or whatever.
200 million every 6 years for. All you do is get out here and goddamn hike a ball for a motherfucker. And if you check the football science, it's a whole. Man, I heard it one time I was sitting back smoking and I listened to football. And they had the real people that was in there like talking, right? They had the real people in there talking. And they was like, it just sounded like a whole, like they was in there jacking off to the game, bro. I swear. They was like, oh, the tailback, the wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? The wide receiver, the tailback. You got the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? You got a person hiking. You got a person they patting each other on the butt out there.
Oh yeah.
Man, Rome like
He said
like
the
look
tailback,
wide receiver.
Like, look at these guys. They got the big old shit on and they're going to hit each other and running and hit each other.
Man into that, man.
They into that shit, man. He get off. I mean, it seemed like they was up there high and they was just sitting up there jacking off. Like, man, this man. I'm talking about the whole concept was, you know, how they say, just utterance. It was like utterance. It was like a reverse psychology. You couldn't. If an average person with the consciousness can't hear it, when they like,
it was subliminal.
He goes for the touchdown. Or the quarterback, so and so, he makes the throw at the second goal, and it was just like, oh, honey, like, look at this, like,
wow.
He just touched down. Oh, look at him. Look how big his muscles is, and he just pat so and so on the ass. It was almost like,
hey,
what's that comedian name? I forget the comedian name was doing that, man.
This shit is cold.
I forget his name, man. You know, but that's what time it is, man.
Back in the days, they used to have their the pants used to be baggier.
Yeah.
This is when they had the white football players.
Yeah. Now it's tighter pants.
Tighter pants.
Yeah.
Everything is tighter, man. You don't even dudes don't even wear pads no more, man.
Yep.
Like what's his name? Deshaun Jackson and like flankers, wide receivers. They don't even wear pads no more, man. They just put the pants on.
Yeah.
They're just wearing tight ass pants. Like, come on, man. What is this?
Some of them got the cut ass.
And now they got them wearing pink.
Nah, but I'm saying they don't even wear the pads no more. They're straight pants. You know?
Supporting breast cancer and shit.
They got the pink. But you see the Marquette game the other night?
Yeah.
The men's Marquette team, man, got all pink jerseys, all pink. Just straight pink, man, like the women's team or something. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's crazy.
That's
Hot pink too.
But it's January.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't that shit supposed to be
That's October.
Yeah.
October. Why do you got all pink jerseys on in January?
Your breast cancer awareness month color couldn't be fucking yellow, purple.
No,
Hey,
it's
man.
gotta be pink.
But then you know the No Shave November shit for the prostate cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Not the prostate, testicular cancer, something like that. Like, this go back to the breast cancer's Diana of Ephesus, and then the nuts and shit going back to Nimrod.
Right,
Right. So say for instance, right? Now I look at the whole thing like, right? They got football players and you got basketball players making all this money. You got boxers like Floyd Mayweather. I seen Floyd Mayweather on something the other day, right? And he was like, look, man, he had so much money, he stacked up in ones and fiat money.
Yeah.
And he went into the bank and his homeboy, you know, he got his entourage. His homeboy was like, shit, man, this ain't the bank. We brought this to the bank. In a minute, we gonna buy the bank and shit. Right. I was like, y'all brothers talking real cocky. I was like, there's no money right there that y'all got? I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't doing nothing with it immediately. You know what I'm saying? If you just got money just stacked up like that as dollars, if they do the devaluation right now, China say, listen, America, we want our money goddamn today. We're gonna devaluate that motherfucker. Your goddamn $200 million might be $20,000 because of the debt. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the shit. The dollar to the euro is 0.74% of the dollar.
Yeah. So what that come
Man.
out to? What it mean? Like a
74
dollar, a
cents.
dollar.
74
seven-
cents.
Yeah, 74 cents.
74 cents. So yeah, it's only worth $1 worth 74 cents. You're
74
right.
cents. I heard the goddamn dollar bill wasn't worth the money that it's printed on.
Yeah, it's not.
I
Really,
heard
in
it
all,
was- I mean,
in
I
all
heard-
actuality, the dollar is worth 8 cents.
Yeah, 8
That's how
cents.
much
That's
it's
what they
worth,
was
8
talking
cents.
about. 8 cents. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, less than a dime, even to just print this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So if
It's
you go,
worth the labor that it takes to make it. That's
so
all.
now if you go and take the goddamn money that he got and say, listen, man, we're gonna every little dollar, we're gonna take every little dollar and we're gonna give you a dime for it. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
be standing there like all these goddamn nickels and dimes, like, man, what the fuck?
The fuck?
I can't, you know what I'm saying? They fuck
Hey,
me
see,
up.
but that's what's wrong with our people. They so stupid. He like you said, talking cocky, like, oh, I'm gonna buy the bank.
Yeah.
Nigga, that money don't mean nothing.
Nothing to them. Them
Okay.
the Rockefellers, them the Rothschilds, them are the demon
I
brothers.
make the money.
They right.
I
They
print the shit.
They print the shit. At
I don't-
any time they
I'm
want
so rich. I got my
so-
own money.
I don't need money.
Yeah, so you see what, like, the issue is like, say for instance, now, they showed a picture of him going into the casino, and he was like, man, we spend $50,000 on in the casino a day. This ain't nothing. We pop bands like this. I'm like, dude, if I can just get in touch with you one time, let me and you, give us $50,000 that you gonna pop in the club and see what the fuck we do. See if we don't go and buy the top of that building right here and have this shit set up with books and food serving and the queen's up in there, little restaurant, you know what I'm saying? The queen serving some little vegetarian for $50,000. It's like we're gonna find one of these buildings up here, we got another soul vegetarian. You see what I'm saying? But instead they like shit, we go up to the club and we spend $100,000. You know what I'm saying? We spend
See, they okay with this society, man.
we spent $50,000 to the club. And I'm
If you
saying,
got more of these, if you got more of these out here
Yeah.
on the street, guess what? That's gonna be the less time for the so-called white men to rule. Therefore, they can't make no money. They
Yeah.
gonna give you $50,000 for that.
Yeah.
They gonna give you $50,000 for them to eventually not make no money.
yeah.
Hell nah.
They love it.
They love the so-called white men.
The Bible say they're at peace, with hell, basically. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're at peace with hell. All our people, man. This shit, man. You see what I'm saying? This shit is ridiculous. The so-called black and
Only found one that wasn't natural.
the so-called black and Hispanic is out of their goddamn mind, man. They got a love affair with the goddamn devil, man. The so-called white man, all right? And they all gonna get their goddamn head cut off for it. Okay? Because we got people that's melanated, so to speak, that's race traders, man.
Yeah.
You know? And then what's gonna happen to them, man? They gotta go down with their master, man.
Right. But shit, I just sold out myself. When I came here, I was like, shit, I'm homeless, right? And I was like, I'm standing up in McCain's shop up there in the World Cultural Center, and this white girl come up to me, and she say, who are you? She got a little lobster dress on and stuff. I just bit it. I say, man, I gotta throw my ego away. I say, look, I ain't got no place to stay. I'm out here homeless. I need a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? But she invited me over to her place and chilled out. I was able to cook some food for a couple of days and get a shower and stuff like that there. You know what I'm saying? To say, you know what, man? You know what I'm saying? I've been celibate for about 5 years. I was married 10 years. But I say, you know, right now, how these people rob me, that's the only way I can get back in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that ain't no sellout, man.
No, I know.
The scripture say, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
That's what I'm talking
He said,
about.
hey, man, you know what? I see this fucking devil right here, man. I'm about to use this devil to,
Damn right.
to help myself out real
But
quick.
see, the problem is now, even hold on, turn the camera. Now I don't want to. The
Right,
problem
yeah.
is that, like, sometimes we have like a little issues, like
Some say turn it off.
she try to do a
All right.
power control.
I turned it off.
She want a power control. I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck you. I just want to. I don't sit here and read my book, so and so, and she get mad at me. And start to try. She left me in the house 2 days, right? And she left. She came back, everything was there. I didn't leave out for that shit now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I was down in Palm Springs and I had a laptop and an iPhone, and I let this white boy actually act like he gonna fix it. And I went into the store, I came out, and he was gone. Now she left me in the house 2 days, and when she came back, all she could be like, fine, was say, oh, somebody moved my light in. Bitch, I said, bitch, I could stole everything you had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing it, who we are. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that shit to y'all. Y'all just do us like that.
Do that.
You know what I'm saying? They continue to do us like that, man. So we like, man, you know, when we have community, man.
She don't understand. She don't understand, and those of us that do that shit gets it from them, man.
Yeah.
All right, they don't understand that.
The backbiting, man. So where y'all brothers stay around here? Y'all got community around here?
Yeah, I stay up the street.
Well, nah, we ain't in the community.
No, community. But this is all we are right here, man. That's for it. You know, every Sunday we come out here around 3 o'clock.
Yeah, y'all been up to New York before?
I ain't.
Nah. We ain't. I mean, I've been out there before, but we ain't been out
right
there.
here while like you said, the little girl was tripping when she seen that. You can stand here, and I watched these guys, man, it's fuck. Like, damn, these niggas together. You know what they don't like? They see me with a black woman.
Right.
They don't like that shit.
Because
See
they
black
got
man and
that
black woman together.
they got that gender war going on.
They don't
They
like-
pushing that gender war between the black man and the black woman.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that we separate
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know,
That's like
they-
Malachi York, man. He had his queens and stuff, and they came against the brother and tried to say, well, even my homeboy CeeLo Green right now up on the heat, because they try to say he raped a woman.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
that's doing positive. You know, I
Yeah.
know CeeLo Green personally. I know Outkast personally from
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
homeboy.
right.
But anybody, you know what I'm saying, who try to come up on the shit and be on one of the scrutiny, man. You know what I'm
What is
saying?
there?
So, like I said, we got some units and brothers coming up. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's right, man.
Oh yeah, you was. Yeah. What up? Yeah.
What we at?
We was at Isaiah 55. No, we was on Isaiah 14.
Push it, man, but
All
it's
right,
a
bro.
pleasure to see
Yeah,
y'all.
we out here
man,
all
you know
the
what I'm
time.
saying?
You can
Y'all
check
out
us
here
out.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah, you can check us
Respect,
out.
brother, man. Sorry about that. What happened to you, man? But
No,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
We bounce back, man. Give thanks.
You know what happened,
The
man.
greatest thing is that we still living. We still got breath and we still got life and we got the next opportunity to make something happen.
Man, I want to take lives.
Hey,
That's what
right.
I'm waiting
Greatest thing is
for.
the Lord-
Yeah.
Greatest thing is the Lord coming back and giving us the power to take over these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's what I want to do.
That's right. That's right. All right, go
Y'all
ahead.
here now. Y'all already
Yeah.
taking up.
You safe out here,
All
man.
right, brother.
Isaiah 14:9. Hail from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Go ahead.
And they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we?
That's right.
Art thou become like unto us?
That's what the nation gonna say to the so-called white man. Now you finally getting brought down, man. Brought down the sides. Go ahead.
Hey man, like this brother was just saying, man, they done took everything from them. So guess what? Are you gonna go, be homeless with a food stamp card and start smoking crack? Now you strung out? Or you become weak? Oh,
Now look.
aren't you that guy that used to live in our community?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're weak as us now.
Look at you. You're on our level
You
now.
look at yourself. You look down and look at yourself, man.
You don't look
You're
so
fat
big
and
from
black,
here.
you're ugly. Remember that shit?
Nothing at all.
You just tell a motherfucker about himself. And what can we do, man? Just sit there. Can't wait till we do that to the so-called white man. But see, at the same time, man, you got brothers like that that just, oh man, give me $50,000. We'll do this. We'll get the restaurants in here. All y'all niggas trying to do is prosper and survive in this place, man. Y'all not trying to get out of this place.
Right.
That's why we can't come together. That's why we don't see eye to eye. Because all polite, all fucking Saw Netta and all these Sarah Susan Seti, all these niggas man in the black conscious community, your Dr. Umar Johnson, your fucking all the L-Bays, all of them. All right, I don't know how many motherfuckers is. All the L-Bays. Okay, all you niggas trying to do is just find some way to survive in this place. All right, come to our real estate meetings and shit, auctions. You know, all right? We're gonna sell you a house for $5 that you can sell for $50,000. We gonna show you how to make some money and start our own communities. Man, fuck that, man. We trying to find a way to get the fuck out of here. All right? I don't want to be up under the so-called white man that keep living with his shit. Fuck that nigga, man. All right? Trying to find out how to get the fuck out of here. Verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials.
Your strength has been killed, man. That's what it means when they say your power has been brought down. Your strength has been killed. Go ahead.
It says, thy worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
That worm is symbolic of the decay, man. The rapid decay of this place. Go ahead.
Hey, man, and it's happening at a rapid rate. I mean, it's happening so fast, man. You look left, you look right, nigga. Look at this shit right here, man. The fucking grounds is cracking, man. All right, you go up Market, man. That fucking street is fucked up, man.
That's potholes all through that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man.
And they talk about it's sinkholes all over America.
Sinkhole.
And it's only gonna be more that's popping up.
Ain't it some fucked up shit though when you think about it? It's like, all right, during the reign of the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Egyptians, whoever else ruled the earth was strong. It was still pretty solid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is like,
They weren't just destroying the earth.
they weren't just destroying shit, and it's like, so it's like, the Babylonians, that's the Babylonians' earth.
Yeah.
The Assyrians, that's the Assyrians' earth. That's the Egyptians' earth. But then the white man get his earth, and your shit raggedy. You know what I mean? Your shit falling apart. You know what I mean? Like y'all niggas shit is y'all running a real
Constant attention.
y'all running a real fucked up raggedy ass establishment right now, all right?
It's a shabby place right
It's a
now.
shabby ass place, man. All right, y'all need to fix this shit up, dude. All right.
It's ghetto.
I want y'all to fix it up, man, because I don't want the Lord to destroy this place, man, when it's nasty. I want him to destroy it when it's nice. If a motherfucker came in the house right now and just you know took a pair of my raggedy shoes, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm like, all right, man, I charge that to the game. They took my nice shit, man, my fresh shit. Oh, I'm hurt, man. I gotta go lay down, man. I need some food. I'm hurt, man. It hit me deep in the stomach.
It's called the World Department on their ass.
That's what I'm saying, man. I really
AIDS.
hope y'all fix this shit, man, and turn it around. That's what I hope for y'all. All right?
Just to get hit with
Just
missiles.
to get hit. Okay? I want the Lord to come key your fucking Mercedes-Benz society, man. I want him to key that S55, man. I mean S600.
I don't want him to key no damn Geo Metro, man.
All right? I don't give a fuck about that Metro, all right? I don't want to come fucking a Kia Sophia. Okay?
I need that Benz to get.
I don't want that goddamn Phantom keyed the fuck up.
I did
I'm talking
this.
about deep into the fucking foundation of the door.
You need a new door.
You need a whole new door, not just a paint job, man.
Mako ain't gonna get it.
Not fucking niggas.
Definitely ain't no Earl Shire, but
Ain't no real shot.
go ahead.
We reading all of Isaiah 14?
Yeah.
All right. It says, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? It's about 5:30 right now, but we can finish this.
No.
off.
We're gonna keep on moving.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
How did I fall from heaven on Lucifer? Now, some people think it's talking about some type of mystic angel up in the sky. No. Lucifer is the king of Babylon. Who's the king of Babylon? The so-called white man.
That's right. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
How art thou cut down to the ground? How does it happen? How is the so-called white man fell? Right, go ahead.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart,
Yeah.
I will ascend into heaven.
You ascend in your heart. You will ascend into heaven. Right, go ahead.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Go ahead.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, so the so-called white man gave himself that God complex. Right, go ahead.
What's up, brothers? Peace. Shalom.
Shalom. Is that your girl? Yeah, that just threw brothers off, man. Peace, brother. See, but she probably on IUIC or something, you know?
No.
She didn't say the name, man. She bitch didn't have her hair wrapped either. But it's cool, man. You know, bitches need to be on point. It says, verse 14, I will send above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most
I
High.
will be like the Most High. See, the so-called white man got a God complex. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about. That's why he put on them satellites. He's trying to be omnipresent, omnipotent, all-knowing. Right? Go ahead.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the
Brought
pit.
down to hell, man. What is hell? Is it some mystical place? No, it's here. When this place gets hit with missiles and it's turned into one big mass grave. Go ahead.
They that shall see thee narrowly shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Look at this nigga, man. Go ahead. Nah, I'm saying that's what they gonna say. Look at this nigga.
Oh, I'm like, is this a nigga?
Nah.
I think we seen this bitch before. That's a bitch.
Go ahead.
They that see thee shall nearly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
This is the dude. This is that big mighty Edomite. Right? Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms? It's like we was watching what was that? Breaking Bad, man. And your boy Walter White was around here causing all that havoc. And they really finally found out he had gave himself this name, Heisenberg. And when he finally found out, like, this is the fucking dude right here. This fucking clacker.
This is Heisenberg.
This is fucking Heisenberg, man. I whoop this nigga out, knock this nigga dick in the dirt right goddamn now. Alright, the fuck. That did it shake kingdoms? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof that opened.
Just fuck this place over, right? It was this devil, right? Go ahead.
it says that opened not the house of the prisoners. All
Exactly, they hold people captive and never let their ass out. Right? Go ahead.
all the kings of the nations, even all of them that lie in glory, every one in his own house.
That's right. Everyone in his own house.
It says, verse 19, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
That's right. You are that abominable branch. Esau, go ahead.
And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that go down to the sides of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
That's right. Meaning the so-called white man is going to be devoured. Okay, go ahead.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because that thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Yes, the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Who are the ultimate evildoer of the planet Earth? The so-called white man. So they will never be renowned. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Right, go ahead.
It says, for the iniquity of their fathers.
So prepare slaughter for the so-called white people that are on the earth right now, for what the wickedness that their forefathers have been doing for generations, on top of the wickedness that they have done. What is that included? Slavery, mass genocide on your Native American, your Native so-called Latino, and the black men. Okay, that's the slaughter that you're getting prepared for. That's why you're getting prepared for slaughter. For that shit.
You're getting fattened for the kill.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You're getting fattened for the king. That's beautiful. Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
That's why we're dealing with the extermination of the so-called white man. That's what this Bible is talking about. If you ain't with the so-called white man being exterminated, man, then the Bible ain't for you. You ain't in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You need to check yourself. Because the Bible speaks explicitly of the extermination of this devil. Go ahead.
For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
That's right. So the Lord said He gonna cut off the name, the remnant, the son, and the nephew. Meaning all these crackers, their name, their legacy is gonna be dog shit, man. The Lord is gonna cut it off.
It's going to come to a complete halt.
An abrupt halt. Right? Go ahead.
That's right, man. Salak. It says, verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction,
That's
saith
right.
the Lord of hosts.
The bosom of destruction. Okay? Destruction. This whole chapter is dealing with the destruction of America, the destruction of the so-called white. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 24, the Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass.
Surely as I have thought. So the Most High God has thought about this. He has already laid this instruction out. He's already, the thought has already occurred in his mind, and as he thought it, it shall surely come to pass. Because the thoughts of the Most High Yahweh become reality. Go ahead.
And so as I have have purposed, so shall it stand.
Exactly. His purpose for America is to be destroyed. His purpose for the so-called white man is to be taken down, enslaved, and exterminated. That is the purpose, okay? Pursuant to the scriptures that he gave into the prophet. Okay? Go ahead.
That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot.
Go ahead.
Then shall his yoke depart from off them,
Yes,
and
right.
the burden depart from off their shoulders.
That's right.
Keep going. Verse 20.
How many more verses?
26 to 32, so about 6.
Yeah.
Verse 26. This is the purpose, that is purposed upon the whole earth, and is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations. For the Lord of hosts have purposed, and who shall disannul it?
Exactly. The Most High's purpose. Who is disannul it? So you got these dudes that's trying to be advocates for America, trying to be advocates for the so-called white man, trying to make this kingdom a lie. Even dudes that call themselves being in the truth. It don't matter. The Most High has purpose. Nobody can disannul America's destruction. Nobody can disannul the so-called white man's enslavement and extermination. Nobody can disannul that. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?
That's right. The Lord stretched his hand out. Ain't nobody finna stop the Lord from laying the smack down, man. Go ahead.
In the year that King Ahaz died, was this burden. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina, Because the rod of him that smote thee is broken.
That's right.
For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice.
Exactly. Now this is not dealing with the Philistines, okay? The so-called African, the Hamites, right? They said, "Rejoice not, because out of the rod of him that smote thee, a snake has come." This is dealing with who the world calls Christ. Go ahead.
And his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent.
His fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent. That's talking about who the world calls Christ. First is talking about David, as in the rod of him that smote thee, because David smote the Philistines. Then out of his root comes what? Comes who the world calls Christ, who will be a fiery flying serpent, as he is referred to in earlier prophecy, as also he appeared to the so-called Mexican, the Israelites. Go ahead.
And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety.
That's right. Who is that? The firstborn of the poor and needy? That's the Israelites, the black, Hispanic, and Native American. Go ahead.
It says, and the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine, and they shall slay thy remnant.
That's talking about the Palestinians, or the Philistines, Hamites. We're gonna jack y'all up too. Don't forget about it. Go ahead.
Howl, O gate! Cry, O city!
Howl, cry. Right. Go ahead.
Thou whole Palestina are dissolved, for there shall come forth, so like there shall come from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed times. Verse 32. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation? That the Lord hath found in Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it.
That's right, the poor of his people, man. That's the elect. We are the poor of the people. We are the bottom of the people. We are the people that's looked down upon, out of all of Israel.
That's right.
Okay.
Go back to 55.
No. That was I was done at 55 for 5. That man, we're gonna say, man, death to America.
Death to America.
Amen. That's right.